There's nowhere else to be but here, the Rene Show with ZEBO. There's nowhere else to be but here, the Rene Show with ZEBO.
What up? What's going on?
What up with you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm stressing, man. I'm stressing, bro.
Oh, that's great. Can you hear me good? Mic check,
yeah.
1, 2.
What's going down with you? I see you got the hair did up, you know what I'm talking about?
You know,
showing it out today. I got you.
Listen, look, I got it done last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had the scarf, like just tying it down all day, bobby pins. Like my stylist, his birthday party was last night.
Okay.
So I had the dates all mixed up too, because I could have swore it was like last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even miss it. So it was yesterday. So I didn't got my hair done like all early. Like, damn, now I'm gonna have to conserve this for a whole week. Or it's ain't gonna be right.
You defeated the purpose of even going to get it done.
Look, so like yesterday I couldn't wait for the unveil to like take off the scarf, pull the bobby pins out. Like, here we are.
Well, there you go.
Guys wanted to see.
That's what I was waiting for. I had hats on for like 3 weeks straight and shit.
Don't I clean up well?
That's what I heard.
That's what I was told. Welcome back, ZEBO. How the fuck are you?
Man, I'm good. Glad to be back. Glad to be here. Glad to see you. Glad to see all the peoples out there in the world.
Yes, the world.
Yeah. Spreading
magic to everybody as we do on Saturday. So everyone that's out there tuned in right now, welcome back to the Rene Show Live. I am Rene with my guest host, Mr. ZEBO Jones.
Hey.
And we are coming back to you live, honey. It is Saturday. It's beautiful here in Baltimore. How's it in Missouri?
It is shiny outside.
Shiny.
Yeah. Shiny. So let's give it up for that, for all the weather. Because it's been cold. We had some tornadoes that was trying to come through this bitch. So luckily that's over. So let's get to some heat around this bitch. That's what I'm looking for.
Yes. Somebody turn the oven up outside a little bit.
Please.
You know? Yeah. Please. Gosh, we just had like kind of, you know, the oven was kind of like on warmer. You know, it wasn't even on a temperature. It was just like it can still keep the food warm.
Right.
You know?
I need it to be sweltering.
Like I needed to tell me that we are really in spring, because we're gonna go to summer in June and May is around the corner because we already midway in April.
Exactly right, and it's still chilly out this bitch.
Yeah.
I'm just.
But listen, I am seeing the change. I looked at the weather for next weekend because that's my weekend out again.
Right. Gotcha.
So I'm like, that's bike time. So I'm about to call the meeting right now with the crew and be like, next Saturday, Sunday, I don't give a damn. It's mandatory bike time. We have to get out here and train these motherfuckers who's going to ride with us in May for the first official ride.
There you go. Get your wheels greased up. Really.
Get them greased. Get your knees going. Yeah. Get your vitamin D pills in you.
Take that
fish. Break your knees. Fuck. We don't have repair for that. We're not.
No.
You know, we got the bike kit in case something happened with the bikes as we riding. We ain't no paramedics. You guys signed.
Got the AED. Goddamn it! I don't.
You gotta sign a disclosure and shit outside. Like, nah, before we start riding.
Right.
Annie, are you okay?
Damn right. And you go sign an NDA too. Anything that happened here is nobody else's business. You hurt yourself, don't tell nobody.
Like on Candyman, don't say.
Don't you speak it.
Don't you?
Oh shit! Well, how you been, Miss K Renee? That's what I want to know. What have you been up to?
I've been good. Man, I'm kind of not really.
What? All right, yeah. Explain these parts to me.
It's been stressful. Like it's this last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's been stressful. Like to the point. Like my son's been sick since spring break happened. So he started coming around like within like the last 2 days.
Okay.
Now, mind you, he's in the house, of course. So from last Friday, with like a whole episode of just ugh, and then over the weekend, and then throughout the week, and like I said, a couple of days ago, he's just started coming around, which means he just missed all of spring break, no karate classes, just being babyfied because he's sick. I'm working still at home, so I don't get a break because it's spring break. So this kid has nowhere to go. It's like I'm homeless if you don't if you put me out. I don't.
All right, that's
I'm not grown. So and it seemed like none of the other relatives, like my grandparents, trying to come get me. So.
All right.
It's you that
stuck here with you, bro.
Hey, and can I get some more of them noodles and broth? And that hot tea you made the other day? So I'm working and I'm being a nurse, and it's just like fuck. And then I felt the shift because I started being kind of mean to my class the last couple of days, and this was their last week with me. And I just turned like flip mode squad because I don't really got no break. So I was logging in. I heard one girl, she thought I had left. I put them on mute. And she was like, she being mean today. And I heard her say that shit. She don't know I said that. But then I had to come back and hold my composure. Like, y'all ready to learn? Like, bitch, I heard you. The fuck you said that I was being mean. The fuck yeah, I am. Fuck out of here. Y'all don't know what I'm going through in here from fucking 7 o'clock in the morning until 8:30.
Till you close your eyes.
Till I close the laptop. That's all I look at is laptop all day. Laptop and screen TV behind it every now and again to see what the hell. Right, huh?
I said that's what I'm doing right now, watching the game.
See? You're multitasking, but because I'm trying to keep a sane mind because I'm still working from home, of course. So I got the background noise, and they starting to get on my nerves. People I really fuck with on the news, like I was all mad. Like I went on live one day. That's how pissed it's been crazy. I was like, yo, I went to broadcasting school. These news people, they talking all over each other. We didn't learn to do that in school. I think people was like, who gives a fuck? Like, what's wrong with you? What's going on?
This is for the journalists. The real journalists. This is for the journalists.
Oh my God. Yeah, so that shit. So last night I felt as I was getting to the climax of the story, I went out to celebrate my hairstylist's birthday.
Got you.
Yes.
Yeah. How was that?
It was so fun.
What you did out there in them streets?
It was so fun. It was drinks, it was food, it was good people, it was dancing. It was like a real flashback to how it used to be, and like I don't got no fucking kid, like who's a mom? My mom's a mom, like
Oh, motherfucking mama.
Who?
You call me little mama today.
Right, like that little one on your phone, the screensaver. My nephew. The fuck?
Oh shit! I just like this picture,
nephew, right there. Yeah, his birthday was yesterday. I was just celebrating him. Yeah, but it was fun. I had a good time, and I was like, "Yay!" And then I had to pull up and tell the babysitter, like, "I'm home."
Sound like you was checking in with the warden.
No, because I had to let her pull out of my parking space so I could park where I was at when I left.
Oh,
Parking is bad around here.
I believe that. I've seen them streets on the news.
Oh my God. Yeah. So yeah, so that was my week, man. Since I haven't seen you. Oh,
yeah.
And the shit. Did I tell you about the coffee?
No.
There's no more hazelnut.
Oh my God! So even the one that had it, they just ran out of, and they ain't got it no more.
Yes. I seen the when I went there, and I was like, oh, me leaning over the counter for my normal order, like it's a fucking secret. She was like, oh, we don't have. I said, you mean you don't have? She was like, we all gone. I said, nah, y'all had a bottle. Last week when I came, I checked in. Remember, I was looking like leaning like, where's the other girl? Maybe you don't know.
I'm talking to you like you got some knowledge of what's going on.
We know. Go get. Where's the other one? You don't even know their names and the other one.
Right.
See,
Where the other girl at?
Right. So she's like, she was like, I can do we got the regular. I said, see, that's the one I don't like. She was like, no, I'll do the caramel swell, and I'll do a shot of the hazelnut, the unsweet. I said, what is that gonna do? She was like, it's gonna bring the pizzazz. I said, pizzazz?
No fucking pizzazz in my coffee.
And that's exactly what she did, though, Z. She's pizzazz. I was like, go ahead and put the pizzazz in it. Let me see what it's gonna do. Let me see.
What is it hitting for?
Yo, this shit is good, yo.
She knew what she was talking about there.
This the order right here. Yeah, this is it. This is all I get.
That's funny.
This is all I get now.
That's it. That's the winner, huh?
That's it. I was like, she went on bartender skills, like put the pizzazz. I was like, got some sprinkles and shit back there. Like, what are you gonna do the fucking pizzazz? But yeah, yo.
I'm a real barista out this bitch.
Right. She's like, don't fucking Dunkins. Dunkins.
You know the world runs on Dunkins, nigga.
Yes, and she's like, and this bitch is gonna continue running on Dunkin'. Once I put this pizzazz on it. But tell me about your video. But I want to know about that. But tell me about your week, because I haven't seen you in a goddamn week. So first of all, I'm gonna say shout out to Lex Lux.
Appreciate it. Shouts out. Shouts
Yo.
out. Get some claps. Give her some claps. Give her some claps. Give her some claps. All right.
Fire.
Yeah, appreciate
I
it.
went over, I checked it. I thought she was going to come out and fight the microphone. I was like, uh-oh. Oh, no. So what happened here? She's like, no, just go and burn it for a minute. I was like, yeah. So tell me about your week.
All right. So wasn't here last week. That's because last week was very fucking eventful. All right. Okay. So if you don't know, I am the manager of Lex Lux, and we're trying to get her out there. So we had her first video shoot last Saturday, and so we go to the park, do the whole video shoot thing, this, that, the third, everything's great. And so now we're like, okay, we need to waste some time until we get to the studio, right? Mm-hmm. So we go to this Mexican food spot, and my girl called me, right? And so I'm on the phone, and she was like, we was having such a good day. And I was like, Lord Jesus, something done happen. So she was out and teaching her niece how to drive. And so, but she wasn't using her car, she was using another car. Everything went great with, teaching the niece how to drive. Mm-hmm. When she gets back to where her car is, her niece is like, is that your car? And she looks, and her car is now moved forward and 2 tires worth on the sidewalk at this current point, with the police around taking down notes and grabbing somebody's fucking bumper that got through hitting the shit out of it so hard that it jumped the curb and landed on the sidewalk 2 tires worth. So, yeah, either way, dealt with all of that. Then we went back to the studio, but the video is out now, and yeah, we're dealing with that shit too.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn, I put my coffee down. Like, I thought my shit was bad because the hazelnut's gone. What in the shit?
Yeah, a whole so it's like the worst story to tell is like, what happened to the car? We have no fucking idea. She got back and it was on the sidewalk. We don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So after she told me that shit, I immediately left. We went and picked her up and did all the other shit. But either way, that's about all. But if you get a chance, type in Lex Lux, LEXXX space LUXXX in YouTube and hit the thumbs up button and shit.
Thumbs up, definitely. I
Cool.
sure did.
I
For the support. Yes, definitely. Yeah. So for those of you, again, you're new to the show, make sure that you also go down and press something too. Subscribe.
There you go.
Go down, subscribe so you can be alerted when all this content comes up. We're live here. I'm doing the most at times. I don't try to do the most, not all the time, but I do enough. Also, again, follow the show, subscribe to the show. I'm on all streaming platforms. That's iTunes, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict. Yeah, you know where it is. And make sure that you give ratings and comment and give us feedback. We like that. Email us if you are interested. Want to be on the show? You got some ideas, some topics you want us to share? KReneShow@gmail.com. Okay.
Hit the buttons.
Yep, hit the button so that I know that you really like the show. Thank you.
Thank you. That's it. You get claps for doing it. Appreciate it. Thank you. There you go.
Thank you so much, ZEBO. I really appreciate that.
All right, now you have to go. Hey, anyway, we gotta go. Come on, what we got? What we got here?
I'm sorry. It's just like it just be that voiceover shit. It comes out sometimes, and it just be like, who's that?
What is that? Yes, who is that? I want to know because I've heard the British voice. You know what I mean?
Of course, right.
But this thing was something new.
This thing was something the fuck else.
Right.
Oh shit. So anyway, basically. Okay, I'm good. Here we go.
All right.
She's fucking live. Here we are. So moving right along again, as we come back. And it's so funny because today is April the 16th. Tomorrow's April 17th, and it's Easter. People celebrate Easter. And, a lot of people, they celebrate all the traditional holidays as to what a lot of people would call, some people would call them pagan, especially with the simple fact that it's always this whole argument and disagreement or not disagreement, but it's a difference of opinion about Jesus's birthday, especially for the fact of how it doesn't come up to be where people believe that it was actually December 25th.
Right, exactly.
It's like, let's give it a day because it's about to end out the year. So everybody should celebrate for all the fucking shit you went through for all the year. Right. And then you should have some presents before this year ends out. And then New Year's Eve is like, bang, now let's start a whole new year. It's like the time bomb goes off.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, that's how I look at it. Me and you be on that same kind of wave. So for me to break down all that shit, but basically 7 as in the completion. I was gonna say we got 7 more episodes before this season wraps up. And we're at episode 13 today, so why not talk about what I think a lot of people also question, not just because of Jesus, but the fact of him becoming getting up.
Right. The resurrection.
Exactly.
Let's get into it.
And then we got to the Easter, where I don't even understand how it crosses with the goddamn. Well, I know how they made it with the fertility, with the bunny that produces. So that's basically within you, trying to reproduce.
Yeah, because rabbits don't lay eggs.
Exactly. Coming back. I stopped her.
Keep her at bay.
So with that being said, we decided to talk about the afterlife today for the show. Because a lot of people, and I want to say, starting with me when I was younger and living the Christian life, and let me put the disclaimer here. There is no hate on anyone's religion here today. Okay. We're just discussing something as far as what I think people question. You said what?
I said we're just talking about religion and shit.
Yeah, yeah, you know. So with all that being said, when I was younger in the Christian life, as far as going to church and going to Christian churches and being told, with this Bible, and then of course when we're all gone, and then we go to this like kind of like Disney World.
Oh yeah.
Because I be feeling like it's gonna be, look like that when you get out there and it's streets paved with gold.
Oh yeah, mansions everywhere. But
I was like, wow,
flowers and colors we've never seen before.
Yeah, and I always was like, that sounds like great because that's what we doing down here is like
crazy as fuck.
Nobody really like this, and I'm younger. I mean, I'm a little kid.
Right.
As a fast forward to almost being 43.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, maybe this is hell.
Some people believe that.
And then when we pass, because this I believe is just like a spacesuit. Like it's just something that's harboring
your essence, your
soul. Yeah, because that's what Buddhists believe. Like it's a vessel of a sort.
Yeah.
And we believe in cremation. As I do. Also to organ donating.
Okay.
I'm not there yet. Sorry, my Buddhist brothers and sisters. I'm just make that leap over. Yeah, only because I have personal reasons why.
Gotcha.
But other than that, I believe that when we pass, we become reincarnated. I don't necessarily think as another person, depending though on your karma, because that's what we believe also. Your karma, what you've done here, of all the good things you've done to reciprocate for back to when you do pass, you get another soul as far as to be a part of. But as far as to come back as something as a butterfly or something that I just don't want to be running and trying to fight for my life in that, kind of, if I am a butterfly, like they're going to try to kill me, like with a, I don't want to be nothing that has to be swatted at, like let me be beautiful and free. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like if you reincarnated as a fly, you was doing some shitty shit. You know what I mean?
Shitty shit. You see their fucking kids is used to maggots.
Right, exactly, right. Like y'all eat shit for real. You just spit on your food and start sucking on it. The fuck's wrong with y'all down there?
I don't want to be that.
Hell no.
I don't really want to be a dog either, though.
I think that I would come back as a rich person's dog like a motherfucker. Hell yeah. Put me in Paris Hilton's purse, tote me around. I would eat all the caviar and piss in a little bag or whatever the fuck you want me to do. So I can just sit here and be petted and be on TV from time to time and not give a fuck about it. Why not?
Damn. Like I deserve to now be treated like I should have been treated the first time when I was a human.
Right.
If you make me an animal, God damn it, you owe me. You owe me this time. You owe me. I did what I should have done.
Exactly. I was out here working it. And
don't have me behind the dumpsters and stuff like, it'd be like want some credit. Like, look, that's all you can afford. So if you want to go back,
right,
like a plan, like a menu.
Uh-huh.
Like what you can.
Like, this is how good you were. You was good enough to be a dog, but you got to be living on the streets kind of dog.
Yo,
you don't get rent, but you got to fight for your food.
Exactly. And it's right.
You better work up to get rescued, motherfucker.
Some a la carte shit. You're gonna have to be the one on the commercial that looks sad when they do the you get.
You gonna hear that song behind your ass.
You better know. And it's gonna still be playing. You be like, I know that tune from somewhere.
Right.
Yes. You do. And that be some fucked up shit, because if you are a part of that, that means somewhere in your human form,
right,
you was fucked up with them commercials. You was doing some of the most. Oh, that's the payback. See, I don't make fun of them commercials.
Me neither. I just think they look sad and I turn them away quickly. I will
don't
as soon as it pop up.
Yeah, don't pull on me like that.
Next.
You said next?
Yeah, that's what I hit. Hit the skip ad button quick.
Yeah, right. I mean, no, I don't. Yeah, right. Exactly. Don't. Then you post up with him, and then you be like, if you could just, no, I can't.
Right.
I don't have no room. And I don't know if y'all really giving them the money, you know, and that's why we don't trust things like that.
Not at all.
No.
Back onto the reincarnation thing real quick. So you were talking about how you grew up, you know, in the Christian household or whatever. So like I did the same. Like, my granddad, he's a pastor of 2 churches. So like I've had plenty of like church conversations and grew up in the church, played drums for the church, all that shit. So what blew my mind one day was when I met a Christian that believed in reincarnation. And I'm like, hold on, how you go be a Christian where you believe that you supposed to go to heaven or hell depending on what you do here on earth, but yet you also believe in reincarnation? So that coupled up with me belief or starting to expand the way I think, and I'm just like, okay, if you're Buddhist, you believe in that. If you're, you know, whatever religion you are, you really believe in that shit. So like all of it's real to me. You know what I mean? But one thing that I've also learned is that depending on your religion was dependent on who ruled the land at the time. You know what I mean? So like I just come to the conclusion that God is real and religion is fake. Because all of the religions point to at least one God. You know what I mean? You got, you know, polytheists out there, but you know, at least a God exists. So either way, let's get onto the reincarnation shit. Now, I think that shit is real as a motherfucker. You have dogs out here that are talking now. You have cats out here that I hear saying hello and shit. You have you know, too many things, like the squirrel that was on the person's porch, and the person was like, "Get off my porch, squirrel," and the squirrel was like, "Me?" And it was like, "You ugly mother," and the squirrel was like, "You talking to me?" Like things are interacting with humans in a way that I've never seen before.
On some Dr. Doolittle?
On some, I don't know if there is a glitch in the matrix or if this shit really is a simulation theory. I don't fucking know. But something is happening in what I can see with animals that I've never witnessed before. Maybe because I don't really watch these motherfuckers like that. But it's scary as hell. I've seen a cat talk. Scary. So it could be a person, you know, that died and it was like, hey, I'm gonna come back as a cat. I don't know.
So let me ask you this question, because I'm curious on this. Do you think that once people pass, like within a matter of like some weeks or so, they come back as something? Or do you
come back immediately?
You think so?
Yeah, like, all right, so maybe not immediately. Maybe you do get your time to talk to the creator or, you know, whatever. There was this show called I've Survived Beyond and Back, where people that technically died and they come back, they tell their story. Right. Okay. So I've heard people say that, you know, they flew all around the universe or that they went down to hell, but they could, you know, still feel their arm, even though it was like a ghost. Because in real life, you know what I mean, up here in, you know, the living, their arm got cut off. That's how they died. It was like part of the accident or whatever.
Okay.
So I hear all these different things. I actually met 2 people in my life that died. So funny story real quick. So I'm headed to my cousin's crib.
What? What?
Wait.
I feel like something went shoom, and it was like, did you hear him? Like, wait, did you say you met 2 people that died?
That died, technically died, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so, so as far as believing in reincarnation, I believe that everything's real, but based on these two people, they have the same story.
Okay.
So I was headed to my cousin's crib one day, and he was like, "Hey, when you come around the other way because there was a car accident. Somebody ran on the pole, going the regular way that I go." I was like, "All right, bet." So I come around and I see the white, it looked like a Mercedes, up on the pole, this, that, the third. And I'm like, fuck, that's really fucked up. Fast forward a few weeks later, I'm at my other cousin's crib, right? And she was like, "Oh, my homeboy about to come up this and the third." So he pulled up, we talking, and he was like, "Man, I was in a car accident not too long ago." I was like, "Really? What happened?" And he was like, "Man, I ran up on pole." I was like, "Hold on, you got like a white Mercedes?" He was like, "Hell yeah." I said, "Yo, I ran up on your damn accident, yo." Like, I was like, he was telling me the story, and he said, "Yeah, man, they had the shocking things on my chest, this, that, and the third. I'm coming from the fire department." I was like, "Yeah, you really fucking died because we ain't pulling that shit out unless you fucking dead." You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I was like, "What happened?" He said, "I was fussing on the phone with my baby mama." I said, "No, nigga. What happened when you died?" And
Not how you got to the part to the
right.
before the pallets came in,
Right. What did you see when you
when
was
you
out
went
there,
out.
when you was
Yes.
gone? He said nothing. He said, "All I knew is it was black, and I knew that I was dead, and I knew I'd never see my kids again. And then the next thing you know, I'm coming back, and they hitting my chest with the electric shit." And I was like, fuck, that's crazy. So a few weeks later, a month or so after that shit, I'm working at the store. This guy come through, and his hands like look kind of crazy the way they look or whatever. And or the way they shaped. Or anyway, so I'm asking him like what happened. He was like, "Man, I got shot up this and third." I was like, "Word." And he was like, "I died for a little bit." I said, "What happened?" He said, "Nothing." And that's why I'm convinced now that nothing happens when you die. Because I know two people that told me the same exact thing. So is reincarnation real? It could be. But according to the two motherfuckers that have died, nothing happens. Anyway. I feel like you speechless right now.
Dun, dun, dun. Fuck out of here. I was really trying to coast off the fact that I believe that one, I wouldn't think that everybody would come right back into any type of being, form, shape, whatever.
Right.
Like I feel like there's like this point of where you have to wait until everybody's gone. Till the
I feel like
whole
the whole
world
world is gone.
yes.
Like there's a paradise.
There's gonna be, I don't know for everybody, Coolio. I didn't say that.
Right.
I'm saying, like, I think this whole world just it has to end. It's gonna end.
It has to. I think we
It
are
has
creating that
to.
to end.
It has to.
Everything has to end.
I mean, it's certain parts of the world that's ending right now as we speak.
Yes.
So, with all that being said, I don't even like. I mean, all the stuff that's going on right now, it's like people are like it's just real crazy. It's like no, we're about at that level we should be at.
You think so? You think that like those planet has been here for millions of years?
No,
Now, do you think that the planet is going to be gone, or do you think that humanity's time on this planet is now
humanity's
over?
time on this planet.
I agree with you there. I feel like
That's
we
what
are
I'm talking
destroying it.
about. So I think
Yeah.
nothing happens right away. I think when you go, you probably. I mean, like it's just one of them periods. Like now, go on and get you some sleep. You've been up for how many years? Like a lot. Go and get you some rest.
Your time is over.
What?
You know what I mean? It's a lot of things on this planet that are extinct. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't see why. Like I told this one person, I said, either way, everything comes to an end. Even if you are the number one superpower in the world, at some point in time, you become the number two. You know what I mean?
Right.
So humanity's time might be over. I don't know as far as reincarnation. I keep trying to get back to it, but now I want to talk about fucking robots, man. Like we build these shits to fucking kill us. Like, have you seen the Xenobots? Have I told you about those?
No, what are those?
They're these little micro robots that they self-replicate. So these two robots, they do this thing or whatever the fuck, and then about 3 days later, one of them grows something in their mouth and it spits it out, and it's another fucking robot.
Where are these?
Where are they?
Who? Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You don't know.
I don't know. I just know about them, dog. Look them up. It's scary, man. It's some scary shit.
So you think like, because some people sometimes, I've heard people at times say, well, when it's all gone, it just recycles and repeats itself again.
Ragnarok. Yeah, that's a whole another thing. Yeah, that could be the reincarnation. You just come back as yourself. Or you could like have these different lives that you live, and you do them in the same order. Like you'll be a Roman, and then you die. Then now you come back as some motherfucker from the 40s or whatever. Or there's this. I heard this album. I think it's from Logic, where this guy he dies and he goes and meet God, and then he come back as another person. But the whole thing is, every time he dies and come back, he comes back as every single person on the planet. So he is everybody. Everybody is one. So that could be some shit too. Either way, I like this type of shit. We can keep going.
Yeah, definitely. Because even down to the point of where when we go through history and we hear about like Greek mythology, like I honestly believe that shit was some real ass shit.
Exactly. People believe that. You know what I mean? That was their religion and shit.
So to see that shit, like as if it was to come to the point where we all encountered, like to see all of these differences of beings, like I feel like maybe that's what opens up, like when we're all like gone, that I think it comes to this point, like to where we actually get the truth. Because you got so much down here in this space to where you even have to the point where, what are they called? Oh my gosh, my sister was one.
Clairvoyant.
Nah, the ones that don't believe in God. What do you call them? Agnostic?
Atheists don't.
Agnostic. I'm sorry, y'all. I ain't mean to push over to like, they was like, that ain't us.
Yeah. I agree. I believe I'm agnostic. Like there is a God out there, but but one you can have that.
Yeah, atheists don't believe. They don't believe there is nothing.
Right.
They're like more of like, I want to call them more like a Scientology type of level.
Oh no, Scientologists believe that there's or maybe that's not a different religion, but it's a religion out there that believes there's a giant spaghetti monster out there in space. But anyway,
I don't think that's a Scientologist.
It might not be, but it's
yeah, but putting them kind of almost on that level, like they on the other, just want to have a different side. Like they like, nah, ain't nothing. But I just think like so many people have been told so many things, and I think it gets stir crazy when you really are trying to find your religion. And it goes back to the REM song, Losing My Religion. Yes, I'm pulling that because of the fact I remember that video when I was a teenager. And I was like, this shit is weird. This some wild ass shit. Fucking thing with some wings on it. But then the flat part was open on the guy's side. And then it was like the people from back in the biblical times that was in the video. I was like, yeah, what? And he was like, yeah, I am losing it. I don't know what the fuck to believe.
Exactly.
In the 90s. Yeah, so here we are, 2023. Look how everything has evolved in just religion itself.
Exactly.
From what we had as just traditional names from back in, what we know of. Okay, you're Jewish, you're Catholic, you're Baptist,
right?
You're what's the other one? Buddhist, because Buddhist it's been around for over 2,500 years. But other than that, it was like pretty much that was it. Then you brought, okay, you're Buddhist, you're Catholic, you're Jewish, you're Christian, you're you're Scientology, you're atheist, you're agnostic. It's like, what are all these
things? So many different ones.
I don't even know what shirt to buy.
There's 5,000 religions out there, and all of them can't be wrong, and all of them can't be right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, of course, and not to forget Muslim, but I think it's also like you said, I believe all religions have some kind of That's their being
all from their truth. It's coming from somewhere. It has to. You know what I mean? I just feel like it has to draw from. I feel like everything on this planet works too well in order for it to not be done by some intelligent design. In order for a tree to do the opposite of what you do with oxygen and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like I just think that's fucking amazing. Crazy.
Yeah, definitely. And for every side of the world and every part within countries and so forth and so on, you know, those are within the household ones of the religions that can repeat itself. I would love to talk to a person from each religion that would basically tell me what is their take on reincarnation.
Right.
Because, you know, being that I don't study all religions, I don't know. But for me, I just feel like we sometimes have come to not sometimes, like the fucking Pee-wee's Playhouse word of the day or something. Like, get sometimes out me. The sometimes, like, you know, I'm just like, no, that's not even what I want to say. And then I feel like everybody in the chair is going off and conky. So,
you stupid as hell.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I keep catching myself. What I meant to say is, I believe we've come to this point, even when the pandemic has hit, that people just started believing what they wanted to believe. They just started creating their own thing. Like you start, you know, seeing people post more about like crystals, for instance. I give you that shit. A prime example. I've always loved crystals, but people put it into like a practice back a couple years ago in the pandemic time. Like, I'm gonna use my crystals, get more sage, get grounded with the earth. You know,
put this crystal in my water and I'm gonna drink it.
Meditate, right? Sunbathe and be in the Lake Minnetonka, but in the full moonlight, and then you just, you know, skinny dip in that and cleanse your soul, and then you're good for the next 30 days, and you're forgiven. Like, I feel like everybody just started, honestly.
The prince.
Yeah. Just started really doing their own thing.
Right.
Like, you know, we got to be on another level of, you know, because look at the shit that's going on now with the whole, you know, the metaverse and
man.
Like, yo, like, look where we at.
That would be something to be reincarnated as some type of artificial intelligence. Because, all right, so like, let's say like with your PlayStation or whatever, you turn on the game and you're trying to play basketball. But, you know, since it's a simulation, these things probably believe they're real. You know what I mean? And that's all they know is that they come out here, they play basketball. They don't know that somebody's controlling them, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? What if you came back and reincarnated as that? Now, that would be some crazy shit.
Can we be Mario, though? Like, I'll
you would be Mario?
Okay, yeah, I want to be over on the Mario side. Yeah.
You would want to fight Bowser all day for, like, eternity and shit.
As long as I got firepower.
That voice was creeping out.
I'm just saying. Sorry. Firepower, man. That's all. As long as I had that, the fucking overalls, we good. Like, what? My hat. They were like, she used to wear the hat anyway, and the hair ain't done. That's a for sure sign she ain't cleaned up. So yeah, give her a little hat.
Oh shit!
She like that shit. Yeah, give her a little red overalls.
Oh boy.
Her brain always playing that music anyway.
Oh,
so yeah, man, I'll take that.
I think I'll probably be in like some kind of spy game or something. Like like Sons of Liberty. Fucking, I forget the Metal Gear Solid. That's the name of that shit. Okay. That was a good ass game. Hey, you play video games real quick?
Huh?
Do you play video games?
Yeah, Mario.
You play Mario shit. Hey, check this out. Now, if you want something that you will not run out of shit to play with, a retro station. Shit like $350, but it got like every game from Atari to PlayStation 2 on that shit.
Wow. I got this thing and it has Mario. It has Galaxian. It has Donkey Kong. It has all these other different old school games.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely mess with that. Those are like, that's my era. Like, you know, I told you before, like all the PlayStation shit's too many buttons. I don't know what's going on. I can't do it. Like I'm throwing up some gang signs, just trying to play the goddamn game. Like I need help. Like I don't know. You're like, where's the X2? Like what X2? Where? What side is it? I don't know. So I keep dying.
X2, where is the X? Yeah, the fucking Xbox had so many buttons. It had buttons on the back that you couldn't see, and I'm like, yo, this is so stupid, man. Who wants this?
The hell? Take me a whole year to figure out how to get through level 1. Like, what? I don't know what I'm doing. How do you run fast? That's all I need. Mario, we good. Mario 2. I love Mario 2. Digging up shit, throwing out vegetables.
Yeah, the little, he had the
riding on top of the little thing. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's some shit.
Yeah, that shit. But you gotta know which one to play in them different levels on Mario 2, because you got all 4 of them: Luigi, Toadstool, the Princess, and Mario.
Hold on, now. So you pick the person, and depending on the person, it depends on how well you do in this level.
It depends on what level you're in. You got to pick that person. Like one level, you need Luigi because he jumps really high and stupid. So you need him for that level.
Gotcha. All right. Didn't know that shit.
Yeah, man. Definitely. But yeah, other than that, or maybe I'll come back with Zelda, fucking sword in that bitch.
I was just talking about Zelda and me and Trees. I was like, I've never played that shit in my life.
Really?
Yep. Don't know. I like maybe 4 years ago learned that the little green dude name is Link and not Zelda.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't you trying to beat me? That's what that was. That was some real anger.
Did you think his name was Zelda?
Fuck yeah.
This little Zelda ass running around
with an ocarina of time. What the fuck is an ocarina? Hey, ocarina. All right.
You stupid. You are stupid. Oh my gosh.
So hey, what you doing for 420, G? It's coming up. Oh, it's a Wednesday. I'm off work.
What day is that?
Wednesday. I'm off work that day.
We get paid on that day? Let me check the calendar.
As long as it don't be like last year.
Oh, no. That's not Wednesday.
Yep. This Wednesday coming up.
It's not even a payday, you know.
No. Y'all have any 420 celebrations?
I don't know. I know, you know what? The bike people, they're riding and doing something to sponsor some local like eateries and businesses, cookie places, things that's just within like the neighborhoods locally.
Yeah.
I'll be working.
I got you. I just think that it's amazing that, you know, from where weed was, as far as saying how it's bad, illegal, this, that, and the third, you'll go to jail for the shit. And, you know, now it's like, oh my God, it's so much money in it. And now you can like celebrate it freely, which is crazy.
They're gonna make it legal pretty much before the end of the year for everywhere.
I think so, man.
Because I think what happened is with the pandemic, I think a lot of people just, you know, did a snap, crackle, pop. And I think it was like, you know what?
Society's stupid.
I will not be able to function if I am not going to be medicated the way I need to be medicated to function with this type of world you guys have just flip mode squad this shit into. Thank you. Yeah. So, and that's why a lot of people, a lot of jobs, a lot of businesses, a lot of corporations, they are downscaling the whole drug testing thing. People getting a job, like as far as they say you can sniff coke still. They said
maybe in Washington, maybe your state, you know, your state went crazy over there.
Seattle?
Yeah, your state, not just a city.
Well, you know, Washington. Fuck.
Damn, you really from there? Motherfucker said your state. You said Seattle.
Wait,
quick.
Yo, I had knocked you completely off the screen. I just brought you back.
That's funny as hell.
I called this shit like my homegirl's name or something, like Seattle. She knew.
Crazy. What the hell she did?
What she done did? Like, Washington. You know why? You know why, Z?
Why is that?
Why I do that? Because here in Maryland, I noticed that if you say I'm from Washington, they go DC.
DC all day.
And I'm like, oh my God, it's a state. And I got so tired of explaining that to motherfucking people. So I was like, so I just jumped straight. So when they watch the show,
I'm from Seattle.
They'll know it ain't DC, it's Seattle. That's so we have no confusion here.
All right.
So what happened?
I believe it was last year or last election or whatever. Y'all elected to like decriminalize heroin and cocaine and crack and all sorts of shit. Y'all had basically a demilitarized zone or some shit. Y'all had some crazy shit going over there in 2020. You remember? They had an autonomous zone. That's what it was. Where there was like no police allowed and shit. And remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
It wasn't that long ago, bro. It was 2 years, man.
I know, but still, we got our crazy shit going on here in Maryland too, though. So I couldn't keep up with the sister state.
I agree.
But I recall a conversation and also seeing some crazy shit from my friends that were posting things on Facebook and IG about what was going down. Like, y'all.
Wow, then.
Y'all good?
Was wild.
Not good. Yeah, well, here you still can't sniff coke, but
right.
But if you can stay awake long enough, you may be able to get a job just being at the city working to pull trash.
Yeah, I mean,
be a garbage man.
Exactly.
As long as you can hold on,
It is an employee's market right now. Any
for
job
8 hours.
Don't hold on to it, Fader.
No. Just saying, as far as like the job, like you got to stay awake for 8 hours. Fuck is you talking?
Like, ain't about to hold on to the back of this truck for 8 hours, man.
No.
You keep that
job. Like, the new guy fell off.
I told him that turn was coming.
Stop truck. And it was like, wait, they go back and pick him. Yo, if you was thirsty, why didn't you say something? We could have stopped and let you get some water.
Right. I'll just dump my ass off at the store.
I couldn't even talk.
Shit, I done rolled about 40 yards. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. So anyway, today, what are you getting into?
There's a couple of 420 celebrations going around in this city.
Oh, today?
Yeah, they're kicking it off
first. What the hell is going on?
I'll tell you one thing. Now, we was talking about Easter. Now, last week we went to a church and they had an adult Easter egg hunt where you found little bottles of liquor inside the little Easter eggs.
Oh, yes. Dope. You said the church.
Yes, it was at a church.
ZEBO, your stories today. I feel like I'm watching a kung fu movie and shit, and you still watch it even though the shit didn't match up with the movement in the mouth. You be like, oh, he about to say that.
Something happened.
You be like, wait, what happened?
Oh, good. Yep, at the church. And then I heard about a Easter egg hunt today, where you go to find weed in the little eggs.
I'm done. Good night, Irene.
So I gotta check this shit out too. So I'm like, let's find out what this is about. I ain't never experienced this shit. That's what I'm about right now, man. Experiencing
you got some
shit.
Festivals, man. You have had the life recently with some of the festivals in Missouri. And I thought it was just all about the Ozarks from me watching that shit on Netflix. Y'all you got churches. See how the church then flipped up and changed?
Exactly, man. Hey, ain't about condemning no more. It's about congregation.
It's not even about the fact that right, you ain't even getting the communion grape juice cups in the eggs, which is the best grape juice ever.
Bruh, I remember all the time. I used as soon as church let out, I'll run to the back to the old ushers. I'll be like, let me get some of them crackers. Let me get a handful of them crackers and about 40 of them juices, and I'm gone out this bitch. I appreciate it.
Yo, that tray come through, you be like, we can only get one.
Right. Like, you know how good these little motherfucking juices are?
Like somebody churns it, the grapes in the back and stuff. You're like, what? Come here for a minute. Let me see. I want to ask you something.
What?
What kind do y'all use?
What kind of grapes?
No, grape juice. What kind of grape juice is it?
Concord is my answer.
Is that it?
Concord.
Who though? Who's Concord?
Welch's Concord.
Are you sure?
They put it in the bottle enough times for me to know.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
I'm trying to tell you, I used to run to the back and grab the box of them damn crackers and the fucking juices, and I'll run up out that bitch and be.
Would you eat? You just eat them plain?
Yes, man. Look, you got to chew a bunch of them in your mouth, right? Don't swallow them. You just chew a whole bunch of them until you get your saliva and all of it just congeal together into one big old bread ball in your mouth, and then you just chew it off chunk by chunk. That's
what
the
kind
good
of
shit.
squirrely shit is that? Fuck, Z? Really? I was like, let me get a couple grape juices. You talking about a whole process with these freaking the body of Christ crackers? No.
Yes, man.
Man. You didn't make a whole different snacklet? Nah, I'm not good with that. Nah, I'm cool.
Make holy steak cakes out this bitch.
You said what?
Make a holy steak cake.
Have a whole different verse in Biggie Smalls.
All right. Oh shit, that's funny.
Wow, Welch is great. In the what you call it? A holy steak.
A holy steak cake.
Holy steak cake.
You know what a steak cake is?
Steak cake.
Yeah. All right, so my cousin, he went to jail one time, and he was like, so look, just check this out. Let me tell you how quick people can get conditioned. So look, my cousin went to jail one time, right? For all about 3 months.
Okay.
So he come back and he get out, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go see my nigga on his first day out of jail. So I pick him up. I'm like, yo, we going to the store. You can get anything you want. He was like, yo, let me get a steak cake. I'm like, what the fuck is a steak cake? So he takes a fucking honey bun and the vanilla cookies with the vanilla cream inside there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And some like water or some shit like that. So either way, you take the honey bun, boom, you put that down, and then you take the cream from the cookies and you scrape that out of all the cookies, and then you take all the cookie parts in the water and you mush that all together, right? And then you take that and then you coat that part in the damn honey bun. And now you got the cream, and then you put the cream on top of that, and that's your steak cake because it comes from the state of the cookies in.
No, sir. No, sir. And that is a problem. That is in society of what we have today, that people are actually becoming chefs, have experienced lives like that, and coming out with some of the craziest fucking ideas to serve on plates. Yes. Okay. So with that all being said, Z, where can they find you?
Find me on Twitter, man. I'm trying to make this transition from Instagram to Twitter. You know what I mean?
IG shit.
Please follow me on Twitter at The Distance Pod. Yes, and if you find me anywhere else, then I will, do my best to block you out of my life.
Nice. Okay. Well, you can follow me on IG _ Rene Show. I'm also on Facebook, K Rene Show. You can find me also on TikTok at Rene Show. You can email me, kreneshow@gmail.com. Any topic ideas or comments, feedback, we love them. Please continue to keep supporting the show. Thanks for being here with us on Saturdays. And look, my cake station is always open. Okay, you're missing a sliced cake. Well, I have real cakes. Nothing that I created, just some good old homemade fashion pound cakes, lemon, butter, double layer homemade chocolate cakes with homemade chocolate frosting. Yeah, brought to you by me. Yeah. So other than that, we are turning out today. You guys have a great weekend, and I will see you all next Saturday at 2:00.
Boom.
Peace.
Peace out.